I'm going to start out with the eyes again as I did in my last tutorial because it's more heavy, and I'm just going to prime them using MAC Painterly Paint Pot. Then I'm just applying some tape to the sides of the eyes. I have really gotten into the habit of this lately. I just love the way it looks. Then the first eyeshadow I'm taking is Peach Smoothie from Makeup Geek, and this is going to be my transition shade, and I'm blending it quite high up to the brow bone. Then going in with Creme Brulee, which is a slightly darker brown. I'm just using the same brush and just repeating the same step, just not taking it quite as high. Then going in with this matte shade called Peacock. It is absolutely gorgeous. I'm using a MAC 217 to start buffing this into the crease. I wanted to create a cut crease kind of look. Even though I don't really have the eye shape for it, I think it turned out okay. So I'm just buffing this and bringing it right into the center of the eye, and then swapping between my blending brushes to make sure everything is nice and blended. Then I'm going in with a slightly smaller pencil brush and just packing on more color so I could really intensify the blue, and then swapping again to the 217 just to blend everything out. So I just go in with this brush and sort of cut the crease a bit more and just bring it right in, and I just really wanted to build up the blue intensity. I wanted it to be noticeable. Then for the lid, I'm taking my NYX Jumbo eye pencil in the shade Milk and just applying this to the lid and not going past the crease. I'm trying to work out what I'm trying to say. And this is just to help the pigment that I'm going to put on the top just really stand out and be super bright. And the pigment I'm using is a NYX loose eyeshadow. I'm spraying a brush with Max Fix Plus and picking up this pigment. It is absolutely gorgeous, and it is incredibly pigmented, and they cost like $2, so what a bargain. So I'm just applying this right up to the crease and then going in with my blending brush and just making sure everything is blended together. I didn't want to blend everything out too much, so I'm adding a little bit more blue and then just sort of blending everything out. Then just to intensify the blue a little bit more, I took this lighter blue from a BH Cosmetics palette, and I'm just applying this above where I've got the other blue. I just really wanted it to stand out. And then just taking the black shade called Corrupt from Makeup Geek and just adding that to the outer corner. Then for eyeliner, I'm just using a Rimmel black eyeliner and I'm tightlining, and then I'm taking this along the top of my lash line just to make sure when I put my false lashes on that the band blends in. And I'm also just smudging that out with a smudger brush just so it wasn't too harsh. Then just going in with my eyelash curlers and curling my lashes, and then I'm going to apply my L'Oreal Telescopic mascara, just a coat of this. I love this mascara, makes your lashes so long and voluminous. And then for falsies today, I'm just using the Red Cherry 415s. These are one of my favorite pairs of lashes, so just applying those to my eyes. Because my dark circles were a little bit noticeable this day, I decided to take the color correcting concealer wheel from Kryolan, and I'm just using this salmony kind of shade, and I'm just applying it underneath my eyes using an XO Beauty round top brush. This is just going to help cancel out all of those tones before I put on my foundation and concealer. So I'm just priming my skin using the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer, and then I'm going to go in with the Kojendo Aqua Foundation. I'm in the shade 143, and I'm using my Artis Oval 8 brush to apply the foundation. I actually have a review up on my channel of this brush now, so if you're interested, I'll have it linked down below. For concealing, I'm using my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. This is fast becoming like one of my favorite concealers ever. And because the foundation was quite dark, it still matched, but it was a little bit darker than I wanted it to be, so I just decided to highlight all of the center of my face just to bring a bit of evenness back to the face. So I'm using the same Artis brush just to blend out my concealer, and as you can see, it just brings a little bit more light and dimension back into my face. For a little bit of cream contouring, I'm using the Kryolan Combi Duo Foundation, and I'm just using the Artis brush just to sculpt out my cheekbones and blend some of that product onto them, and then using it just to bronze up around my face. I wanted to try this brush out and see how it applied contour powder, and it works really well. I'm loving it for everything I'm using it for at the moment. And then I just had one little pimple, so I took the Time Balm concealer and just applied that over the spot. Then to set my concealer, I'm using the Too Faced Cocoa Contour Kit in Light Cocoa. This is my all-time favorite shade to set my concealer. I just love it so much. So I'm just taking this on a Real Techniques contour brush and pressing it into the skin. Then going in with the dark cocoa shade on a Nude by Nature contour brush, I'm just going to set the cream contour down and just give my skin a little bit more of a bronzy look. Then for blush, I wanted to go something quite neutral, so I used this Covergirl blush. It's just a matte blush and it's not very pigmented, and this is great because I didn't want anything too heavy. Then I took the Gerard Cosmetics Star Powder in the shade Grace, I think this one is, and I'm just applying this to my high points of my face just to highlight. This is an absolutely beautiful, beautiful highlighter. I am so obsessed with it. So I'm just, as I said, applying it to all the high points. Then to set everything down, I'm using the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. Then to smoke out the lower lash line, I'm going back in with Creme Brulee, just on a fluffy blending brush and just buffing this right underneath the eyes. I'm not being very precise, I just wanted to blow out that colour. And then I'm going to go back in with Peacock on the 217 brush and just start to do the same thing, blend it underneath the eyes and just bring more blue into the look. Then I'm taking the pigment once again in the shade Rust and I'm just applying this to the lower lash line, basically just doing what I did on the top eyelids because I just wanted it to look the same. And then just blending everything out. Then I'm applying MAC Nylon Eyeshadow into the inner corners just for a nice light pop in the inner corner. And then just applying some lower lash mascara, and then I go ahead and take my black liner and just line my waterline to intensify the look a little bit more. Then for lips, I'm using the Rimmel Natural Lip Liner and just outlining my lips with this. This is a really nice long-lasting lip liner and I love the colour. So after I've outlined my lips, I'm then going to just fill them in with Gerard Cosmetics lipstick in Peachy Keen. And that completes the look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to give it a like if you liked it, and I'll see you in my next one. So basically I've been seeing this brush around on Instagram and on YouTube quite a lot in the last few months, and the whole concept to me just seemed so bizarre and so weird. Like I didn't know how it would apply your